Hello, everybody. Merry Christmas. It is Stephen, the friendly medium. You know, like friendly ghost, Casper? Maybe not. But I wanted to just check in to say Merry Christmas to everybody, to say Happy Holidays, whatever you celebrate. Just wanted to make sure everyone's having a great day. And at least here in New England, the weather is beautiful. This has been a little bit of a different holiday for us. I'm sure a lot of you know that Elix, my husband, had back surgery a week from Monday, and he's doing so well. But unfortunately, a couple days ago, we were back in the ER overnight because he developed a high temperature. But ultimately, it wasn't connected with the surgery, thank God. It was connected to strep throat. But he's on antibiotics now, and he's doing well. Overall, he's doing so well. But, you know, we stayed home last night for Christmas Eve. We're staying home today, and I guess it maybe gave me some time to just think about things, especially when I'm doing readings. And when I did a meditation this morning, I was thinking after the meditation, why is it that when I do readings, like 90% of what Spirit does with me in reference to me getting messages to people, that they use my life experiences? Like, in other words, if I'm doing a reading, if someone's sitting in front of me and I'm doing a reading for them and I see or hear the word Sal, I know that it's either someone is connected to the name Sal or a bakery. Because I know right off that Sal's is a bakery right around the corner from where I grew up in Providence. And it's a great bakery, has like the best pizza strips. And I know if you're not from Rhode Island, you're not going to understand what the hell I'm talking about, but they're square. They're the best. The red, the white, they're beautiful. Anyway, if Helix was here, he'd be screaming at me to stop going off on tangents, but now it's making me hungry, right? But so they use my life experiences to get me to say what they want me to say. And I just thought, why though? Like, why wouldn't they just... You know, if they want to, Spirit wants me to talk about a bakery, why don't I just see the sign bakery or something like that? It doesn't work that way. So I started thinking about it, tuning into Spirit and asking them to give me help. I'm thinking, well, listen, if I can hear you guys, help me, like answer this question. And then I realized that it wasn't just for me that they're going to sort of like my memory bank, because that's really what it is. I mean, I don't know a lot about the brain. Clearly we have, I call it the memory box in our brain, that all the memories are stored. And for the most part, they're beautiful memories, right? Or the ones that are good memories. And I just thought, but there's got to be some other connection, right? With that memory box. And then Spirit sort of explained to me that that's how they connect to me and to everybody else. So in other words, you know, today when you're with your family or you're doing, you know, holiday celebrations, and inevitably you're probably at some point talking about grandma or mom or dad who have crossed, and talking about like experiences and memories. And it's a good feeling, right? You go to that, what I call the memory box. It's a really good feeling. And then Spirit tells me the reason why they use the memory box is that it's sort of, for them, it's sort of like flying a plane in the cockpit. That's a place where they can sit and they can actually sort of take over the wheel, if you will, and drive it a little bit. Meaning that if you're getting out of your car, say, and you go into the supermarket, and they know that like 10 steps ahead, there's a penny that they want you to pick up because there's a year on it that maybe is your mom's, you know, I don't know, like wedding anniversary year or something, or whatever it is. They'll go into the little memory box and they'll say at that point, right when you're right before to hit the coin, look down, and you will look down and you'll see the coin, you'll pick it up and you're like, oh my God, Mom, Dad. They do that from the memory box. So when you're talking today about your loved ones who have crossed, and the coolest thing is, putting aside those memories, the memories that you're making, even though you don't realize it. So today, when you're with your family or whomever you're with, or whatever experience it is, tonight, that's a memory, and that's adding to the memory box. Just know that when you're thinking of memories, especially when it comes to whether even your loved pet, or your loved grandmother, father, whoever it is, that when you're thinking about those memories, talking about those memories, at that exact moment, your loved ones who have crossed are actually in that memory box. So that's the place we meet. That's the reason why when I do readings, they always use my memories, because that's where they come. They come into that memory box, and it's easy for them. And that's sort of like, those are the tools they have in my memory box. So they use them. So anytime, and it doesn't have to even be the holidays, anytime you're thinking about your grandma, your mom, your dad, even if you've lost a child and you think about an experience, the second you think about that your loved one is actually in that memory box, and they're grabbing you, they're hugging you, they're loving you. A lot of times when you think of memories, you get that chill through your body, or that kind of good feeling. It's because you're in the same place, you're in the same box with them. So that's sort of like, that's why you're connecting with them. So I hope this makes sense. And I almost didn't do this, I'm thinking because it's the holidays, today's Christmas, and again, whatever you're celebrating. But then I thought, no, this is a perfect time. So because if you watch this tonight or tomorrow or whenever, maybe you'll have a different perspective like I got, and all because of what happened with Elix, and he's doing so well, but it allowed me to sort of tune into something different. And now I have the explanation of why they use my memories, and it makes perfect sense. So you don't have to be a medium. Every one of you, when you think in that, when you go into that and envision a little place, a little room in your brain. I teach that in my class. That's coming up in February. That was like sort of like a subtle play on that, huh? But if putting that aside, just think of a box, think of a room that when you go into these memories, and that, you're sitting there and there's two doors, one that you come through, and then when you leave, you come back to your physical body. And there's another door that your loved ones come from spirit. And then when they leave, they go back into spirit. But that's the place where you meet. And that's why you have so many great memories. So I hope that helps. I hope it gives you sort of like another sort of reflection of how this whole thing works, and that our loved ones are still here. And the last thing I'll say, thank you, every single one of you, thoughts, little notes for Elix, because they've made the world of difference for the both of us. There's so much power in just the love, in those great thoughts and little comments. So again, I hope everyone has the best holiday, and I got to get home because I'm doing some errands for Elix. That's a whole nother story. He's driving me nuts. He thinks he's like at, I don't know, the Ritz with all his orders and, for me to do, and I gracefully do them, right? Because that's what we do after almost 27 years. But I love you guys, and hopefully I will be going. I don't want to say that I'm going live soon, even though that's my intent, just in case how Elix is feeling, but it's going to be very, very soon. So I hope you guys have a great time, great day. And as the theme of Through the Static, my radio, I was going to say my television show. Wow. My radio show, a lot of love.